Washington, it's Husky Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Mustangs headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
It's the most New York.
On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. He understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeps it on the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab. It's Turner. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. There he goes. He's at the 10. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Sees an alley. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Fires quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Quick give. It's Washington. There's a crease. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. looking for a gap. It's Carr. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick handoff. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out wide right, it's Miller. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running inside, it's Carr. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
To the air, it's McMillan. Finds his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
After a disastrous turn of events on that opening drive, they can tie it up if they can get it in here. Quick hitting end around on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. First play of this drive. Out wide left, it's Turner. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
You'd love to see this on offense early in drives, getting that kind of yard.
On first down, here's 2nd and 1. Snap in the shotgun. And he almost had a pick.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. Right side, it's Singleton. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Mustangs! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, here's Washington. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. He's taking the shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves.
And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's changing the play. Sets his feet. It's McMillan. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Carr. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Husky. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.